Hello there my YouTube friends. So what we've got for you today is another unboxing of a Hot Toys figure. This one was a Sideshow exclusive one. This one I didn't actually plan on getting at all until I seen a couple of other reviews of it, and I thought, this one looks pretty damn decent. I know for a fact if you've seen the picture that I've used, the thumbnail, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I wasn't thinking of picking them up. I didn't really expect to want them that much, but when I saw them I just thought to myself, it is, why not? Why not go for it? Because he looks pretty damn good. And what we've got is Captain America in the Rescue. I think it's called the Rescue uniform version. And like I say, was an exclusive for Sideshow. I like this box, it is a really nice looking box. The actual design, you can see, carries on around there, and it still sort of carries on around the back, even though there's not much to see on the back itself. And it's almost like a filing thing, but as you can see inside of there, you have the Captain America's shield style logo, which I think is pretty damn good. It slips out, so it's actually this bit slips off that way on. To reveal Cap. What we're going to do is we're going to get, obviously as per usual, we get all the stuff out and put it on display to see what we've got. Rest of the box, very plain, very simple, nothing there at all to distinguish it. This front bit comes off to reveal who dropped it, who was involved in making it. And you can see he's in his clamshell. Doesn't look like you get a lot of bits and pieces with it, but then again, you don't need much bits and pieces with this one, I don't think. As long as he's got the essential bits, that's all that matters. So we're going to get these bits out, see what you get with it, and have a look at the figure himself, see how good he is. Now this one, I'm going to say a big thank you to the Facebook groups that I'm on, because this is where this one was sold from. It was a guy called Rich Knight. So guys, honestly, if Rich has got anything up for sale and you want to get something, you can buy with confidence. He done a smashing job. He done an absolutely fantastic job of wrapping it up. It actually did come in the shitter box as well, and he wrapped it superbly to make sure that it was literally arrived to me in bang on shape. So Richie boy, honestly, goodness mate, thank you so much for it. I have had a quick look at this myself before, and to make sure everything was in there and what have you, so if I needed to, I could have get in touch with him if there was anything missing, but everything's here. He's in superb condition. I'm well happy with this, guys. But let's get him out and show you exactly what I got. And here we go, accessories wise. Now there is one accessory missing, and that's actually because it's on the guy himself. He told us beforehand that it was a bit faffy on you to get it on and off, and he was worried about breaking it. So he said, look, I'll just leave it on the character if you didn't mind. And I was like, hey, whoa, no way mate, that's fine. I've got no problem with that whatsoever. If it's going to make it easier, I'm not fussed. So there was one bit which I will show you when it comes to it, that would have been in amongst this lot, but he's on the character himself and I wasn't going to worry about that. So again, you have the spare wrist pegs, which is always cool to get. We're going to go straight in with, again, the normal crotch grabber guys. When I will feel about them things, I don't particularly like using them if I can help it. You have Captain America First Avenger base, very plain, very simple. And like I say, I prefer these to have like a metal front of them to at least make them look something. But don't forget, this one was probably one of the earlier things that they worked on, so they started making metal ones probably after this one. But there you go, and that's the plate, that's the thing for it. Again, we have a few sets of hands here. These ones are all gloved hands, so there's not going to be as much intricacies in them, but you can see sort of like the stitching style effect to them, which I think is pretty damn good. I think they've sort of worked on that well, and you can sort of see that sort of dirty look to them, as if he's been involved in, because don't forget he wore this one when he done his rescue of the fellow prisoners of war. So yeah, I'm guessing that this one's possibly for grabbing hold of the shield with, quite possibly. And of course you do have the two fisted hands. I'm not going to show you that one because that's exactly the same, it's the same one. We do have this beautiful shield. I think this shield's great, and again look, you can see the weathering on it, the dirt on it. Yeah, I think that is pretty damn good. And on the back here you can see how we have got the thingy to be able to shove his arm through one bit and grab onto it with that one, so you can hold the shield, which I think that's pretty damn good, man. Pretty good. You have his Captain America helmet, again that sort of dirty weathered look to it with the scratches and what have you on it. I think that is pretty damn good. You know, this inner bit does come out to make it easier, I think, for getting it on him, but I don't think we'll worry about that too much just yet. Let's just get the rest of it sorted out first. Then of course you have these goggles, which are see-through and do have that look about them like they've been, yeah, through the damage and through the wars, maybe across sands and stuff like that, you know, on a dirt bike or what have you. So that's pretty good. We have a holster here, which I've got to work out how that's going to fit on. There's instructions there, so I will be able to have a look. You know, that bit will fit and click through there, I've no doubt at some point. And by the looks of it, it is made for the gun to actually sit in there, if you wanted to sit the gun in there and possibly tie around his leg, more than likely by the looks of that. And gun wise, don't forget this is the early days of that stuff. I think it's decent looking gun, but there is obviously no moving parts to it, you know. But I still say that is a damn decent looking gun. I like it. And then of course the main gun itself, again, I don't think it, that one does come out, look, so that's pretty good. You can take the magazine out and let's have a look again and push it back in again, so that's good. Does this top bit move? The top bit there moves as well, so it can be cocked, which is good. Yeah, the levels of detail on it, pretty good. A little bit of weathering to it as well. So there you go. Ain't a great deal, but what more do you need for them, you know? I mean, yes, it would have been great to have the bike, and it's maybe something I can pick up at some point in the future if I really want it. But to have the character himself, because he does look good, and I'm going to show you him in a moment, is what it's all about for me, guys, you know. And I got him at a pretty reasonable price from Rich, so I'm well happy. Now let's get the character out and we'll show you what he looks like. And here he is, guys. You can see that what I'm talking about is this bit here, which you'll see better when I actually pan him down a bit, which I'll do a date now for you. There you go. So you can see here how this sort of pouching goes around him and how awkward that would be to get on and off and what have you. So that's why I didn't mind the fact that he had left it on, you know. There was no issue for me at all about that, you know. That was perfectly fine. And you can see how good it looks on there, you know. So that's cool, because I would have put it on him anyway, you know. I mean, that's without a shadow of a doubt, it would have went on him straight away. So face sculpt wise, we can see there it's a good likeness. Yeah, it isn't perfect, it's a good likeness. He seems a bit sort of fatter in the face than what you said, but if you remember rightly, really, you'd have to go back and rewatch the movie for back then, because maybe he was slightly fatter in the face back then. You know, the change and the characters change over that period of time, you know, they're getting better and better shape over a period of time. So maybe he was sort of slightly fatter in the face back then, you know, but I still think it's a damn good likeness to him, you know. And the fact that he's got his uniform on, like, sort of underneath of it, is pretty damn good, you know. The leather outfit or his leather jacket looks good. The sort of combat style pants, I think, are wicked as well. And the gaiters on and his boots, pretty damn good. And you can see there at the side here, he does happen to have a knife there as well, which possibly he left on. I don't know whether it was already on the figure or whether it's something that he's left on again as well, because it was too awkward to get off. But the guy was really good about getting in touches and keeping in touches and finding out what was going on with it and showing us pictures and telling us different things that I needed to know. Couldn't fault the guy at all. He really was fantastic. And he got it out earlier than what he originally thought he would be able to. He actually got it out a few days earlier for us, which was even better again. He did tell us that he's only off on a Monday, and I'd have to wait till the following Monday for him to be able to post it off. He actually did manage to figure out a way to get it posted off on the Wednesday before that Monday for us, which was absolutely superb. And when I got him in hand, I was well happy. And I'm sorry, Rich, it's took so long to get this up, guy. I've just been really busy with other things, but I am doing a review now, and I will get this one up for you guys. So once again, I've got to thank Rich so much. Rich Knight, mate, you've done me proud of this one, because I actually think this character is brilliant. Let's do a little thing of what articulation we've got with this guy. I don't want to be too rough with him, because like I say, he's one of the older figures, and God only knows how well he was made. But let's just have a look at what we'll get. We'll get pretty good downward motion, and it's actually, you can see as well that the neck itself moves, not so much the actual head, it's the neck itself that's inside of a pivot there. So the head itself, again, you can't see, does move on the neck as well, so you can get pretty good articulation there. And it will turn. That is sort of like an unsightliness about it, but what can you expect? And of course, when you do it, you're gonna have to keep a hold of his neck so you can get it in the right position, so his Adam's apple's in the right spot. But that is pretty good range of motion. Lifting the elbows up again, seems to be another thing with Hot Toys, that you don't seem to get a massive range of motion on the shoulders. He does have the butterfly joint there though, which is good for positioning that part of it. We don't have any bicep swivel, so that's a bit of a shame. The actual forward motion on the shoulder, again, you just literally, I don't know if it's just me not being able to manipulate it properly, but you're not getting much of a range forward at all. It's just not really moving forward at all. The elbow is on like a ratchet style system, and you're getting 90 degrees, so that's good enough. And like I say, you can hear, or you can possibly hear there the ratchet system underneath. You just want to be careful of not creasing too much that beautiful leather work there, because that's what you got to watch for. You don't want to ruin the leather work. Wrist wise, twists, and you will have some sort of flexion. It's just a case of finding which way the peg's sitting and then moving it into the right position to give you the right sort of flexion there. Body wise, you can see, look there, he has got the flexion at the waist, so that's good as well. Hips, what's what we've got in the hips wise? Oh man, that is really good. The actual material moves really, really sweet there to give him really good articulation. If I sting it down here even more, you can see, look at that. He's literally almost sitting in a complete split. That's how good that range of motion is, and that's how good the material is. I like material that's like that, that gives you that good range. That's what I wish some of my bloody martial arts figures had, that range of motion, because then you'd be able to literally have them doing a high kick, which would be fantastic. That is a fantastic range of motion in the hips. You do have, I'll move that up a bit so you can see a bit more better, I suppose. You do have the articulation there as well at the joint, so it does twist in there. So forward articulation, let's get his arm out of the way. Again, see, getting pretty damn good, almost 90-degree articulation there. Yeah, so that's pretty damn good. Back over, it's the usual aspects with Hot Toys. You're getting next to nothing because of the way the backside is on the characters. Knee joint, a good double bend there, guys. Look, that is a good double bend on it. And so you can't complain at that whatsoever. And ankle wise, you have the swivel, and I think that's just popped his bloody foot off there, so I'll have to reattach that thing. So I don't want to play on with that too much now, because I don't want to break this damn thing. But so let's hope that's not broken, otherwise I'm going to cry. But no, look, I mean, there you can see that one there is, you've got pretty damn good inward and outward flexion on it. I've just got to fix the other one now. Movement forward and backwards as well, it's the same. You've got pretty damn good range of motion. Yeah, so I'm happy enough with that. So let's get some of his rest of his uniform on him and what have you, and see what he looks like. And there we go, guys. That's some of his stuff on. You can't believe half the time how long it takes me to set some of this stuff up, you know. It's going to be ridiculous at times. You can't really see it, but behind his gun, just back here, I've put the holster on, and it actually has the pistol in it as well. Yeah, there's his machine gun in hand, his shield in hand, and his helmet with the goggles on. And I just think he looks absolutely brilliant, I really do. Just, hold on a second, we need to push his knife back around to the right place. And hopefully we shouldn't have any problems with the ankles. It was just a thing you just needed to push the boot back on. It wasn't broken or anything, so that was fantastic. It just needed pushing back into place. But I think he just looks absolutely brilliant, you know what I mean? He's just bang on. I'm well happy with this guy, I'm well happy. So cheers Rich, again, for, you know, keep on banging on about it, but I really do appreciate it, buddy. You know, you've done a fantastic job of looking after it, you've done a fantastic job of putting it all back in the things and just shipping it off to us. It was done in superb style, the shipping boxes in mint condition and everything else. I couldn't be happier, guys, I really couldn't. You know, you can buy with confidence from him. You've got my seal of approval. What do you think of this character, guys? What do you think of him? I really do like him. I really like him. Like I say, it would be nice to have the bike to go with it. I think he would look superb sitting on his bike, but he's going to look good just as he is. I've just now got to find a place to put him. I've got no idea where I'm going to put this guy, but I'm no doubt I'll find somewhere very, very soon. Anyway, guys, like if you liked, dislike if you didn't, comment and I'll comment back. If not, then guys, thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next one. This is the Bearded Nerdy Oaf, and I am out of here.
So what I believe you were trying to say is thank you.
Thank you?
You're welcome.
What? No. I didn't. I wasn't. Why would I ever say that? I mean,
Okay.